Just another damn day, Kim. Just another damn day. eBay's absolute shit. Like, what do I gotta do to get a sale? Isn't that the craziest thing you always hear me talk about, like, eBay? I hate to bring it up. What's your thoughts when I have a bad eBay sales day? Just out of curiosity, what do you think? I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be miserable all day.
Here we go again.
But it sucks though. Like, I mean, it has just, I don't know. Can't worry about it. But I just got this message from this guy on Facebook, right? I'm selling this car amplifier, all right? He goes, hey, yo, bro, I'm going to read what it says, all right? But I have to be really careful because it gets a little ignorant at the end. I just don't understand people. I don't. Is it available? Yes, it is. I'm in the city I'm in. When would you like to pick it up? Would you like to do a trade? Sure. I said, only for gold, silver, or sports cards. Got a silver chain. I said, how many grams is it? No clue. Got it as a gift. I said, okay. Can you send me a picture of it? So he sends me this picture of this dinky chain, right? And the photo, like, I mean, he looks homeless, right? And I'm not here to judge people, but I mean, a dirty foot's in the picture. Like, come on, man. I said, hey, just giving you this out there. And I'm just throwing this out there, right? This is exactly what I said to him. Silver is worth $1.04 per gram. If I had to guess, it would be worth under $20 by the looks of it. But I'd have to wait to come up with a price. I'd be interested, but we need to figure out an equal trade. Now, this amplifier I'm selling for $60. He comes back, huh? And I'm like, well, how do you respond to that? So I said, what do you mean? And he replies back to me, what do you mean? And now I should know at that point, like, it's just stupidity, right?
Yes.
But you know what?
You played the game.
I played the game, and I'm like, you know, at the same point in time, I want to sell this amplifier, right? If I can get some cash out of it in a silver chain, cool, right? So he says, what do you mean? I said, thanks. But I'm not interested in trading a $6 amp for a $20 chain. Thanks for your interest. Have a great day. And then it goes on like this. And it goes, F-U, N-word, hard R, right? Chain worth 50. This is I-O-N. What is that? Iron.
I guess.
Iron give a F word about the weight to WTF dumb and hard R again. And so I just blocked them.
Yeah, well, that's just ignorant.
Like, come on, dude. What did you think? Like, I was just going to give you this amplifier for your $10 chain? See, when we had the store, people would come in all the time with stuff like that, silver chains. Just because you paid $50 for it doesn't mean it's worth $50. I still got to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have hundreds of silver chains. If I went to a pawn shop right now, they would say the same thing. I'd give you $4 for it. I'd be like, nah, I'll keep it. You know, at that point, because silver is kind of low end.
Right.
But I just thought that was kind of funny. But I did have some questions that people asked on this terrible eBay day. Oh, why you eBay? Mr. RIROB, he says, you really need to clean the garage. Right? That's kind of true, though. Right?
You're not wrong.
He's not wrong, but he ain't right.
You're not wrong, but it ain't happening, my friend. It ain't happening.
Well, I mean, we've made, I wouldn't say
You've made a dent.
I talked about it in the last video that...
You've made a dent.
Yeah, a dent. Like, we sold all the stuff at the garage sale.
Listen, there's a pathway. There used to not be a pathway.
There was always a pathway.
Okay.
Don't label me one of those hoarders where you have to step and jump and climb over a couch.
Okay, there was a very narrow pathway.
Anyway, you could walk through it. Anybody could walk through it. A freaking elephant could walk through it.
Now? I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't.
No, I was never that bad where there had to be a pathway. I had to get out.
Well, I know.
If there was an emergency, you had to get out.
I'm just saying that it was pretty jam-packed in there.
Yeah, well, we're making effort, right?
You've made progress.
There's progress, but it doesn't... Remember all these sales? And then I pack everything back up, and I'm like, God, it doesn't even look like we sold anything. And we got like $500-600. I'm like, crazy. All right, so this was a lengthy one.
Oh.
This is John Perky. I'm going to let you read this one.
Oh.
Because you're a teacher. And
okay.
That just seems like... I appreciate the comment and everything, but it just seems really long.
So I've been selling on eBay consistently for about 25 years, and back in, I guess, 2006 or so, I found your channel.
That was 2006?
That was actually referred to me from a girl named Katie. Probably Katie Patton would be my guess.
Oh, I remember Katie Patton, yeah.
Who had what I would consider one of the first reselling channels. If I remember correctly, it was pretty much Global Voodoo, Katie, and Craigslist Hunter were the first reselling advice channels. Oh, actually, there were people before that.
Yeah, there was quite a bit.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Well,
yeah.
hold on, let me get into that. I mean, yeah, I think when I first started making videos, there wasn't too many. It was very, like, it was kind of taboo. Like, nobody's even searching for it. Now, people type in resellers, like, there's people that got 50,000 views in 24 hours. But yeah, there was Katie Patton.
No, who was the...
Redneck Picker was...
Yeah, but there was a guy... I remember when you were first getting on YouTube, there was a guy that called you up to interview you. You used to watch him all the time.
Yeah, it was Brent Ott.
Brent Ott, yep, that was him.
Trash Talking Treasures.
Yep.
And I threw out videos, those quick, like, thrift videos where I was talking about what to buy. And then I would, like, I was doing Morning Cup of Joe.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you want to join the show? And it was like a second episode or third episode. And I was like, well, wow, that'd be kind of cool, right? And I was on there, and I had a blast. That's when I had that store in Illinois.
But there were maybe, like, I mean, gosh, 10, 15 tops people.
There was Yankee Picker. This was way before.
Way back.
Way before. And Pete's a great guy, but this was way before that. Vintage Fletcher. Remember him? Mm-hmm. There was, Warwick Warrior. Yankee Picker. I met him.
Yeah.
But there wasn't, and Redneck Picker. There was maybe 4 or 5 people.
There weren't very many.
There was the Bonafide Hustlers. This is, I think, when Rake was coming out.
That was a little later.
I remember doing live streams with Rake and Profit.
Yeah, that was a little later though.
But yeah, that was 2000. Yeah, it was a bit ago. So
that was later.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I get questions from people. This is still John. Mm-hmm. So I get questions from people pretty often of what was it like back then. Because there's so many kids doing the same thing now. Well, I have to say we didn't have cell phones, so how did I know about value or look things up? So this is my question because you might have similar answers as me, but I'll wait to hear what you have to say. I'll just say one of the things I used to do is if I found something I had a hunch on, I would hide it really well in the thrift store and then go home and research it on my desktop computer. And there were a few times I'd run back and buy it. One of the items being a vintage HP calculator, which was worth about $400, and it cost me about $2. Also, I get asked about the most valuable items that I found or weird stories relating to valuable items. Thanks so much. I always enjoyed you guys as a duo on video. These are hard times. I'm sorry, your phone's a little small. It's challenging, but it's just a transformation. Keep going.
Yeah.
So I think the question really is like, how did you do it? So you had you had knowledge of some things already, just in your repertoire.
Yeah, I mean, I collected sports cards, so I knew a lot about that. And then...
And you knew the vintage shirts.
I knew the vintage shirts. I was a big Pearl Jam head, right? So I collected Pearl Jam shirts, and then I started just divulging in eBay.
Sorry, people.
Just divulging in eBay of, like, what would sell. It was kind of that simple. And then when you'd see things, you'd be like, oh, okay, right?
We bought books sometimes, for some pretty antique-y type stuff. We bought books.
Yeah, we had all that. And then I remember, like, following flea market guys. Like, when we used to go to the Wolf's Flea Market, I'd see what they were selling. Because that was important. What were they selling and who was buying them? So when we had our flea market booth there, I'd always see what people had in their hand, right? Because that was important to go, what are the people buying? And, you got some tips and tricks. But, I mean, back then, even when we started on eBay, there wasn't really any, like, smartphones for sure.
No, and Google wasn't what it is today.
No, oh my gosh, it's so easy to resell now.
No, but it's true. I think John makes a good point though. Is that we literally had to do massive research. Yeah. Like you had a hunch. Like, ooh, I think somebody might be interested in this, and it literally was almost just a gut feeling, right? And
I think a lot of them too.
Let's try.
There was a lot of antiques that sold that don't sell now.
Yes.
Like I rarely would pick up an antique anything.
Now.
Unless I knew it was like, oh, that's a good one.
Well, that's how we stumbled acrost mid-century modern.
Yeah.
We literally stumbled across it, had no idea at the time.
Minus 20 degrees in Chicago, but it was me and you and one other idiot.
Yeah.
Sitting out there all bundled up.
No, it was that. I remember.
And they opened the door, and I think we bought it for like $20.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even we moved some of it, little boxes. Remember, we had to wait. We paid storage on it because it was so cold.
Yeah, we couldn't even get it out.
And then it was the treasure trove of mid-century modern furniture. And
like authentic mid-century,
sure.
not like IKEA made mid-century.
Yeah,
It was
so
authentic.
there was one where I remember I listed it. It was like this liver-shaped piece, like ivory color. It was a whole set. And I posted on Craigslist, and this guy from Chicago was like, I think I put $350 for it. He was like, I'll be there. Remember that?
Yes.
He shows up, he buys it, he goes, and then he starts telling me, oh, this is such a mid-century, after he pays me, right?
Right.
And I was stoked. I'm like, dude, $350 for this crap? And he starts telling me, oh, yeah, this is such a rare find. I'm going to put $2,400 into it on my store. And I was like, oh, no. Why would you say that to me? But then I learned. I'm like, okay. Because the title wasn't mid-century modern.
No,
furniture.
not at all. No, we just put it on there.
Living room set.
Like 1960s living room set or something. Or 50s, yeah.
50s vintage set.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, oh, man, this guy just called me out. And I just lost probably, what, $1,000?
Yeah, but at that point, that was the learning curve,
Yeah,
right?
that's
what the learning curve was.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And you went, Kim,
yeah,
I made a huge mistake. This is what just happened. We need to look into this right now.
And we'd always do that, like in between listings and stuff. I just always, every day I'd do like 20 to 60 different random items I type into eBay to see what the market was doing and the sold listings. And then, but the thrift store comment was funny, like hiding something. I've done it a couple times with stereos, but I remember back in the day, that was the greatest thing because people did that all the time. And you'd be walking around by the coat section and you'd just be like, because back then, I mean, I haven't been to a thrift store in a couple of years, you know, but there was just shit everywhere.
Yeah.
And you'd just like move a blanket or a big coat and you're like, what is this? A Nintendo? Who's hiding this?
Yeah. You
know?
used to do that too. You'd start digging through stuff because you're like, people are hiding it. Because,
totally.
Well, it was no different than the toys.
Yeah, the toy aisle.
Think about when we would find the hot toys and you'd think you'd have a hunch, but you weren't sure. So kind of like what John was saying at the thrift store, right? Yeah. But we'd do it at the toy stores or Target or Walmart or whatever. And you'd randomly hide this thing behind the towels, you know, in Walmart.
And you knew where it was at. So
and you hurried up and went home, looked it up, and then and then come back,
when we were doing the merchant-filled Amazon toys, we would do that all the time. We wouldn't buy the product. We might buy one, and then we'd list it and see if it sold merchant fulfilled really quick. Because some of those stores, like Walmart back in Illinois, was open 24 hours.
Right.
And then it'd pop, and I'd be like, oh, I gotta run back
there.
Yeah,
like 2 in the morning.
Where did we put that little sticker toy? Actually, we did it with How to Train Your Dragons.
We did.
But I remember doing that, and I think it was the girl figure was the chase one.
Yes.
And we hit it between the eggs and the milk or some crazy shit. But I think it's easier for people to jump into it now and make money for sure.
Well, there's a million different videos out there all regurgitating the same thing from the original people, find out, really. But
I mean, if you're in the situation and you're at the estate sale, remember estate sale people price things differently.
Yeah.
But at the same point in time, they don't know everything. Some pretend they do, right?
No,
you never know.
We've done very well with clothing from an estate sale because they just want to get rid of the clothing. That's
sold that
not their market.
A couple of years ago, the Devin Booker, remember?
Yep.
Of the Phoenix Suns. I literally found it down the road here on the last day in a closet sitting there for 50 cents. And I grabbed it and I was like, dude, come on. Threw it on eBay and I think it sold for $380. And then 5 days later, Devin Booker's sporting it in a like Instagram post. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool. So yeah, I can relate to that.
You know, find out what you like. I mean, I think for me, I wasn't buying things I didn't like, right? And maybe that's a bad business model, but like I think it's, you know, we did a lot of clothing. We don't do too much of it anymore, right? So I didn't really like, why do I have this size small Ralph Lauren shirt? What am I ever going to do with it? I just knew it'd sell. But I think what makes it fun down the road is finding out something you like, maybe break into some kind of niche. Go, I really enjoy like selling sports cards or action figures or toys or gold or silver. And that's how you're going to survive this. If you're just randomly running out every day at a garage sale and every item you see, you're just on your phone, you need to do a little bit more homework than that, right? Like,
yeah, that's the hard part because there is, I think,
so
much information out there now.
Yeah.
The market got flooded.
Oh, totally.
I mean, quickly with a lot of stuff, right? And so there is so much information out there. Profit margins are small, not on everything, but on certain things, right? Like retail arbitrage, that's not the same as when we first were doing it and putting that out there.
We don't even do that anymore because it was a race to the bottom. Once everybody got on it, people were willing to make a quarter. just to be done with it. And I'm like, this is nuts. This isn't the point. That's why I like specialty items. You know, kind of not. I mean, one-offs are great because you can kind of control the market with it. But if you know it, like a video game system, right? And I rarely sell them anymore because video games are, for me on eBay, they sell quick as all can be. But the returns and the hassles and the craziness. The same with Pokemon cards. We've done very well the past 3 years with Pokemon cards. But every freaking time now I get whiners. These are grown-ass men crying. You sold me a fake Pokemon card. I said, how is this fake? And they can't answer it. I'm like, dude, come on. And then I'm sitting here as a seller.
Stuff can be graded, PSA graded Pokemon cards, and they'll still try and tell you it's fake.
Oh, yeah,
it's
and I'm
stupid.
just sitting there going like, well, dude, what do you want from me? What they want is their money back, and they want to keep the card. And I was just tired of it. It was like especially ones I did on auction. If people bought them and they buy it now, never a complaint.
Yeah.
It was the auction people. You know, and I really believe this, and maybe some of you guys might relate to this. I think some people, when they buy things, it gets in the mail, and they're like, oh my God, I could really use a beef jerky for $5, a can of Pringles for $6, and the biggest Mountain Dew you can ever have. So I need like $12. How am I going to get that today? Oh, that stupid Pokemon card. Do I really need it? No. Let's just fuck with the seller. I do think
sometimes auctions are impulse buys.
Yeah.
Right? I do think sometimes that is the case.
And I think auctions are important.
And if you can't take it home, like an in-person auction, you're taking it home with you, you're done.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah.
Right? But now you have to wait for it. Even if you ship it out like within 12 hours, right? You still have to wait for it to come in the mail. And now you might have that buyer's remorse.
Maybe. Or you're just trying to get the card for free. I mean, hey.
It could be.
Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. But it comes with that a lot, too. Like the auctions. Most people are afraid this. You know, this is the biggest myth. And the biggest, like, deceiving information you get on YouTube with reselling information. Oh, don't ever auction your stuff off. There's no money.
Uh-oh.
What?
Are we putting out misinformation? Or are we fact-checking?
Oh, I'm just fact-checking.
Oh, you're fact-checking. Okay.
Fact-checking.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Because in today's day and age, like, you have to be very careful, right?
Well, I mean,
like,
I'm going off what our personal information is.
Okay.
Right?
I'm just saying, like...
I mean, we wrote a book, an ebook, Capitalizing Clothing, and that whole book was designed to say, hey, look for these brands and just throw them to auction. That's all this thing was. Right? And I showed them all the brands. Like, hey, you could sit there and wait for years, months, for an extra $10, but why not just get rid of it now and just reinvest? That's what all that Capitalizing Clothing is. If you're out there selling things and you're going, I've tried the auctions. If we've tried the auctions and the items haven't moved or there's no action on them, and if they have to be reasonably priced, like, you know, you got to get people to entice. So a lot of things I'll just throw out for 99 cents. Like, we've sold so much turquoise at $19.99 starting bid, and there's no bids. Mm-hmm. And it might tell me, oh my God, this is terrible. And I'll relist it, sell for $60, buy it now. You know, or you get 4 people to fight over this turquoise necklace, and it sells for $75.
I think, and I have always thought this way, and maybe, again, leave a comment down below, but you can have a quote-unquote hot item or a good sell-through rate on a particular widget, whatever it is, right? But it literally comes down to who's looking in that moment, in this time, that needs it.
That's all eBay is.
And so this week, nobody that was looking or likes that kind of thing or whatever is on it, and it didn't sell, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks later, you put it out there, and it moves in a heartbeat, right? I think it literally is who's looking at it.
Yeah, we bought the Salt and Pepper jacket. Salt and Pepper, right?
Yeah.
Remember? What was that one song they had?
They had a lot of songs.
What was their big one?
Wow.
Pushy, real good. Burn, now.
Yeah.
So I saw this, and I had to buy it. It was like $4. I threw an auction with $24.99, no takers. I'm like, wow, right? It was the only one. There was 2 other ones on eBay, and it didn't sell. So I was like, okay, you know, I was a little disappointed. But eBay is a weird place. I didn't promote the auction. Maybe if I promoted it, they would have got more action. But I'm tired of giving our money away to eBay like that.
Right.
So I said, the hell with it. Threw it back on Buy It Now Best Offer for $80. Somebody offered me $70. Like 4 days later, I'm like, dude, what is? See, because that's what.
Because I really do. It's exactly. Who's out there in that moment, in that time. Like, I gotta have this right now. So don't
get discouraged when your stuff's not moving like that. Try the auctions. I mean, we have a couple friends that, and I'm not mentioning names or anything like that, but their stuff legitimately cannot sell on auction because it's not that very desirable, right? So this would never work. Of just, hey, let's just throw this over here, right? Like for example, dishes. Okay, these are dishes that I personally wouldn't pick up, right? If they're only worth $17, I mean, how?
Well,
is it a possibility you might be able to get a winning bid at
I know,
$9.99 and you got to ship it? I don't know.
my thing about, I mean, we it's not that we have never sold breakables before, right? I call it breakables. Doesn't matter what you want to call it, a vase,
snow globes.
Snow globes. Oh
snow
God,
globes.
yeah.
But here's the problem. Here's what happened with the snow globes. Sorry to interrupt you. I'd package this thing like it was baby Jesus.
No, for real. I mean, like
Double
half a
box
thing
this,
of bubble
like,
wrap.
Bubble wrap, just peanuts, and every fifth one was kind of the same thing. Oh, it broke. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, it's possible. You know, USPS is playing kick the box.
I mean, it is possible.
But I started thinking, what if that was our family snow globe, and the kids loved that Disney one, and it just happened to break, right? Oh, don't worry, honey, I'll get a new one.
I'll find it on eBay.
Yeah, this person finds it on eBay, and they take a photo of their broken one, right?
It's possible.
So, because every one of them, I'd say, well, just return it, and I'll get your money back. And it was never that. They would never want to return it. They'd throw fits, and I'd say, well, they'd take a partial refund. I'm like, well, here, I don't want this thing back. It's broken.
Right.
Because they didn't want to send it back because it probably wasn't the one we sent them. They kept the good one. Yeah. That's a big thing on eBay. It's crazy. So, what were we talking about?
Things that you wouldn't put at auction. And I just said like breakables, glassware, things like that. Like that just we have tried it and it just really never worked out in our favor in that respect.
And
now it might for other people.
I'm not saying that there's no money to be made with that. It's just us personally, I wouldn't do it. I personally wouldn't do it.
For us, it just wasn't a good.
No.
But again, that goes right back though, just to kind of bring it back. It goes.
Pop, what are you doing?
Everybody wants to Kita. Hello, Kita. Say hi. It goes back to just saying, do what you love then. If that's not something you're passionate about, and we never were.
Yeah.
We never were that passionate about it. It was more like, oh, hey, uranium glass, right?
I don't think after all these years of reselling that I could just buy things that mean nothing to me, right? And most of these items mean really nothing. But I just don't think I'd want to sit around all day and break apart a Dyson vacuum. And we've done this, but I wouldn't really get excited to be like, well, I got this Dyson, right?
Don't you go out saying that you're emotionally attached because people are going to call you a hoarder now. Going back to the garage thing.
No. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, if we go in the garage, there's no glassware anywhere.
No,
it's all sellable stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I've got one piece of Carnival glass left, and I just happened to find it when we were doing the garage sale, cleaning some crap out.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that. You just got to find out what works for you. I've said this since day one. But I think it's more fun when you've got these things that you like picking up and buying and fixing or cleaning, right? And for me personally, I mean, I'm not bashing people that sell spare parts or repair parts. That's good business. But,
no, you've sold things for parts before, like broken.
It's crazy.
Nintendo for parts or whatever, right?
A couple of years ago, we were driving, me and Brandon, looking for wood, and there was one of those. We used to sell the hell out of those things. What were those Power Wheels?
Oh. Right,
it was a Mercedes one. I'm like, dude, this is in the trash. So I sold the side mirror for $24.
There you go.
It's just, but I didn't get excited about that. I was just like, that's money. I see that. I'm not going to leave money on the ground. Like, who would, but I can't grab everything. Like, if you're at that point and you're like, everything you see and you're just constantly spending and the money's not coming in, it could be a problem,
I don't know.
I mentioned in the video, the last video we made, you got to find things in this type of economy that is liquid. You can move them. So, like, for example, Kim, let me see what your thought is on this. So, if I keeled over and died and you started rummaging through boxes, right? You might call some resellers out here, whatever, right? But let's say stuff that's a little higher dollar, gold, silver.
Yeah.
What would you do with that stuff? You maybe find a trusted person.
What would I do with that? With the gold and silver?
The gold and silver, or maybe like some of these graded cards. You'd reach out to the people that are in our network
yes, I would the very first thing. So all you resellers out there that know Mike and I'll call it semi-personally. We've known each other for quite a long time. Yeah, there's a few of you that don't worry. I'm gonna call you up when Mike keels
No.
over.
Oh, no, waiting on me.
Oh my gosh, but no.
Oh, it's the big one.
I feel like just being married to you as long as I have, that I know enough. I know that there's connections in town where I know that I can go if I need the cash, I can go and sell it.
You would know how to take a piece
spot.
of, yeah, exactly. Take a piece of silver. We have all the tools.
Yeah.
You can say this
I'll
is
know
what,
exactly
this is
what
it's
I'll know
worth.
how to test it. I'll know how
Scrap
to weigh
price.
it, and I'll know what it's worth.
And you can walk into any place. Now that depends
and I
on
can
what,
negotiate.
Yeah, it depends what they're paying. Like
we know, right? We know. I know that there are certain spots. You can literally
go get money tomorrow like that.
Yes, I know there are certain spots that.
Can you do that with a plush doll?
No, I don't have a net. We don't have a network for that.
That's what I'm saying. If you're in a situation like that and you need to raise money quick.
If I had 50 Beanie Babies, they're all Princess Diana Beanie Babies, whatever.
We do have those, by the way.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Do I have a way of unloading that quick enough to, cremate you or bury you or anything? No.
No, I mean, this is just if you had to sell it, and you're like, I need some money real fast.
I wouldn't.
And there's a lot of items that you really couldn't.
There are some things that you have that I know I could get liquid if I needed it liquid immediately. I could get it.
Hours.
Yes, I could get it liquid.
And that's what I'm trying to put across, and that's what I put in the last video is those items might be a lot more valuable than you think, right? Because if you're in a pinch and things aren't selling the way that you used to, right?
Right.
Could you go sell that lampshade down the road? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of items that you probably couldn't move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
If you needed to sell them now.
There are things, we've talked about this for years, right? There are things that are long tail, right?
Yeah.
You got to find, going back to it, you've got to find that specific buyer that's interested, that's their thing, right? So those things are those long tail things, but that's not liquid. If you need cash tomorrow, your car breaks down, right?
Yeah,
you need cash tomorrow.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What do you have that's liquid?
You think you're going to walk into a pawn shop or a secondhand store and say, look at all these CDs I have, right, and DVDs. They're going to tell you, hey, we'll pay 5 cents a disc.
No, what do you got? A Ryobi circular saw?
Yeah.
What are you going to get at the pawn shop for it? $20 maybe?
Yeah, you paid $300 for it, you might get 40, right? A Milwaukee saw, like...
No, I'm just saying, right? Like, I mean, think about what you have around your house and what could legitimately be liquid when you need it.
Also think about that, too, as a reseller. Do you want to keep having all these items, right, that if they're not moving now and they're long tail, and I get all that. Trust me, I'm in that game. But if you needed money tomorrow, let's say eBay just tanked for you, right, and this was your full-time income, or maybe it was your part-time income, and then just nothing was moving. How would you make any extra money with this inventory? You couldn't. You might be able to put an ad out there, 1,000 pieces. I see it every day on Facebook. It's the craziest thing. It really is. It's photos that are like YouTube videos. It's shelving, and there's boxes of clothing. It'll say A1, A2. People just listen to too many YouTube videos, and it's all this looking to get out of the business, looking for $1.50 an item. And here's all the items, blah blah blah, $1,000, and it's still up. Nobody's gonna jump on that game. Maybe some people, I don't know. I think if somebody bought that, they'd be kind of foolish, but that ain't gonna move like that, So anyway, I got money on the the Knicks Pacers game, and I gotta check the score because we're close.
Yeah, the sun is setting. The light's getting a little low here on the recording.
Maybe are you up for darts?
I can
desert
do
darts?
it.
Desert darts?
Darts in the desert.
Let's do it.
All right. Here we are.
All right, so you are at
1.
It's 1-0 you, and you're up $10.
Yeah. So
you're up $10.
Let's give a quick refresher to the people out there.
All right, so come over here.
All right. So
give me a refresher. I'm gonna get my darts.
Ooh, it's like a movie video. My hair is blowing in the 20-mile-an-hour wind. This is Darts in the Desert, ladies and gentlemen, and we are in our backyard in the beautiful Arizona May evening. We're playing cricket, so rules are cricket. Rules are quicket. You have to hit 3, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, and bulls. If I hit 3 or Mike hits 3 of those numbers prior to the other person, you can score points on that. Person who closes everything out and has the most points in the end wins the game. Now, here's the kicker for us. You can bet on either me or Mike. They call me Kim Sasson for a reason. And the proceeds of that are going to go for me. It's going to go to my school as a donation. Mike is going to do.
I'm going to find somebody in need that needs money and help them out. So I think that both are good causes. So if you're interested, you can PayPal. The information is down below. Super chat or stickers, whatever they do, right? And if you don't want to spend any money, it's okay too. Enjoy the
dart. So
I'm hoping to get even here. That's what I'm trying to do.
Right now, Kim's up 1-0. I didn't realize last time that I had to put an ante in. So we are putting in $5 of our own money.
Yep, and you have a bankroll right now of 10.
Unless
you lose.
Now we're making this before we know if anybody has super chatted or anything.
Yeah.
Right? Or sent PayPal or anything.
That'll be added to the next time.
So we don't know yet
so
if
right
that
now,
has
you're at
happened.
10.
But right now, just from the ante, I'm at 10 because I won last time.
Mm-hmm.
You're at 0.
I'm at 0, and we're throwing another $5 each on this game. So
all right.
Somebody's going to get another $10.
Exactly.
So
who's it going to be? Kim or Mike? I suggest voting for me. Uh-oh, my phone is ringing, and it is nobody that I want to talk to. It is potential spam.
All right, we're starting, huh?
Here we go. So we do have some wind, folks. It's important to note that
9
because
miles an hour.
most professional dart players play in an indoor arena where there is no threat of elements. And my phone did say rain in the next hour. Now, last time I think I got, that's what my phone said. So
spin it.
Here we go. Oh, I have to wait. See, we've got like kind of a little bit of a wind delay right here. All right, we got a 555 and 2 7s right here to start us off tonight. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So for those of you who are not familiar, I have just closed out the 15s and I can score on them. Unless Mike hits 3 15s right now.
You need to come correct tonight.
I think it's important for people to know the rules of the game. They might not be familiar.
2018.
Okay, you're going upstairs, huh?
Well, you gotta go upstairs.
All right.
That's the only shot of winning.
Uh-oh. I will say it's hard to throw darts in wind. It adds a layer of difficulty here, I believe. I hope you're gonna have to watch this other camera, babe, because I don't want people to be like, when I go and like if I go in front of it to get it, I'll watch it when you do it. Like I don't want it to be like all they're seeing is Kim's butt.
No, I'll edit it out. It'll be on this camera when the dart's
Oh, okay.
All right. So she got 15s closed. I'll go after him. No, I need points. I need big ones. 20s. There's 1. Come on. Oh, there we go. There's 2 that's closed out.
Uh-oh, okay.
I'm about to score points, but
maybe.
I've been down this road many, many times. Oh, double 20.
Oh, no! 2 20s and an 18. I choked. I didn't get all 3. I don't know if anybody has actually watched like darts, like tournaments from like Europe and stuff. If you never have, it's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Give me another one. Another one. We got points. We're on the board.
These people are like, they're dressed up like it's crazy.
That's the goal here. We're going to start our own dart league, or we're going to go to one of these events. That's a 20.
Oh, that bounce. See, this is what happens sometimes,
Desert
folks.
darts.
In desert darts, they bounce. Oh, no. Okay. So Mike's got 40 points to start, but don't count me out, y'all, because I come back.
That wind's kicking, but it's a double 8.
Oh my goodness.
He's sticking it. Close the 8s.
Okay.
And I didn't even get a warm-up throw.
You had warm-up throws before.
Yeah, an hour ago.
Oh no. There it is.
All right, close
All right, I gotta stop him from scoring points. So, all right, here we go. Now Kim can start throwing and
All
scoring
right, here we
points.
go. We've got a little bit of a dilemma here. Oh, there's a double 5. That ain't gonna cut it. First round with nothing on the board, no. Oh, triple 5?
Actually, no, it's a triple 10, but I did score 1-5.
Takes 2 to make it. Just a little bit too high. You get a 7? Nada.
I don't know if anybody out there likes Morgan Wallen, but like I'm digging Morgan Wallen lately.
Hey,
so
you know who's coming around? Post Malone and Jelly Roll. I think in June.
that'd be fun.
Can't afford the big tickets, but
All right,
like,
there was my first
it's like
nothing.
$50 to
Oh,
go.
that's not bad.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty fair. Because Stevie Nicks is coming around in October. You know what the minimum seat is? Like $220.
$350?
$210.
Oh, okay.
Kind of crazy. Remember going to like concerts? It was like $20. Oh, there was a 777.
There was nothing better than like honestly, I love like $20. You're going to the lawn seats, you're drinking, you're just hanging out with the people, normal people.
Hamburgers were $2. Beers were $3.
All right.
Now they're freaking what's a beer?
I don't even know anymore.
What was the last event we went to? The Suns game. $18 for a beer.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they lowered it now, but all right. I'm way too far back. Hold
Yeah, I
on.
don't know where you're going.
Come on.
I can't take one.
5,
Just
7.
one. Here comes a 2 to the 3 to the 4. She don't need a dance floor. Oh my. Good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey.
He's scoring on 7.
Downtown Memphis Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I'm kind of glad we're allowed to listen to music because it really like adds something to the game.
I'm not adding AdSense to these videos. I really don't care about it anymore. It was nice at one point in time, but
Good Lord.
oh, 5 and a 6.
Here comes a 2 to the 3 to the 4.
We should probably have some kind of conversation about other things that have been happening lately.
Okay, yeah, we should probably because we're getting.
You lose a dart?
No, I don't. That something just like blew at me. Okay, so there's
Question is what?
wind coming. Well, we did leave them off. In the last video, we left them off with a cliffhanger.
Okay.
And the cliffhanger was about the 2 people that we've had in the past 4 years with us.
Okay. Well, let's just talk about
So
the one.
who do we want to do first?
Let's just do the male.
The male. Okay. All right.
What do you? I mean. Well, here. Let's just start off here. Let's just start with in real time, right? He called me this morning. I'm sure you heard the
5
phone.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. 5 in the morning. I'm like, dude, why are you calling at 5 in the morning? No reason. Then it was 10:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Now, it's a lucky day for me to crack open a beer at 3, right? He's like, at 10:30, he's like, well, I just want to have a beer with you. I know you're probably drinking right now. I'm like, no, I'm working. No. I'm like, no, I am.
But that's a typical response from him.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, come on. Come on, hold on. Stop talking about him for a minute. I need to win this game. sevens are closed. You got 34. They've got a tight game here, folks. 34, and I got another 9. So 34.
Ooh, that's a big wind.
34-40.
Oh no. I'm not kidding, it's not easy to throw darts when the wind is blowing. But hey, sevens don't count, but boy would I be going nuts on sevens here.
So he's a good guy. He's an interesting fella. You've seen him a couple times if you've watched the live stream. It's Brandon. Oh, come on, stick. One more time. Oh! See how that dart does that? Oh, I needed that.
So here's let's back up just
way
back. How Brandon came about. Oh my goodness, the wind. There we go. How Brandon came in our lives. He walked into the thrift store one day needing some pants for a job interview. Right? I'll do this off to the side.
Yeah, he came in. The first time he came in, he's like, "Can I put up a flyer in your window about computer repair?" I said, "Sure. I don't give a if I can help out somebody, no problem, right?" And then he did come in looking for some workwear because he wanted to get a job, and we just built this relationship. And then he told me about his life. From where? Idaho. I don't want to go into too much detail, but somebody stole $40,000 from him. It was terrible, and pretty much threw him off the land. We had to get Jonah to go over there and strong arm these people. It was nuts. Remember that? We kind of had to go and just take his stuff back. He had a fifth wheel that he was living in, and the police department was pretty much saying he can't be here anymore. He's like, "Well, I'm taking my stuff back," because the guy that he was with was going to take it all, and the guy was crazy. Anyway, he was on his own at that point. And I was like, "Oh my God, Kim, can't let this guy sleep in the street."
So, because Mike is who he is, he said, "Kim, can Brandon park his fifth wheel on the side of the property and just stay here for a little bit till he can get on his feet?" And Kim, being who Kim is, said, "Okay, Mike, sure." And then Brandon just sort of became a part of our lives. For a long time. It wasn't just
No, it was
a little bit.
It was originally supposed to be temporary to save money. Hey, the rule was get a job and save some money. Now what ended up happening, we missed out on a story. So he worked for my store for a little bit before he moved in, and then he ended up being with some other people. Remember that? And then that individual threw him out, and he had nowhere to go. And this is where I told Kim, I said, he's got nowhere to go. And we have land over here. I'm like, let's just have him live over here. Oh boy. That was.
And I agree. I'm just going to say, just for posterity's sake, for the record, I'm a very patient person.
Give me that. Double six. We're on the board, baby. And we closed 19, so we got a really tight game.
And just a little bit until Brandon saved up money, turned into a year. And then it turned into 18 months. And there were shenanigans in the mix of this, folks. Lots of shenanigans.
Oh, watch your toe.
Trying to take out my toes.
I was trying to hit triple 5.
And finally, he got very comfortable here. And it was time for Brandon to go. Kim had it. And you did too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Brandon is a sweet, sweet man. And he really doesn't mean any harm to anybody. He truly doesn't. That was a 666.
It only counts when it sticks.
But unfortunately, Brandon has a very large drinking problem. And, I blew my chance of earning some more points. And it became a real big problem.
I had to go to the doctor. My blood pressure was so high with him here. Remember? It's terrible.
I feel like you're trying to... See, I can't throw and do this at the same time.
Oh, is that the excuse?
Yes. Yeah, Mike was ending up having health problems. His blood pressure was super duper high, and it was a big thing. So it was just time for him to move on.
All right, now we got to tally the points. Oh wait, you haven't closed it yet. Oh my God, I went too deep. I hate when it happens.
But I mean, he still calls, and there we go. And he still comes over. We're down to the Battle of the Bulls here, folks.
Battle of the Bulls. We'll put him in some more videos because he's fun.
He's not a bad person.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Okay,
except when he calls you at 5 in the morning.
Let's add up points for a second.
All right, I got 72. Come on, baby. Nah,
I've got, what do I have? This is 49, 59. Oh my goodness, Mike, that killed me.
68, 72. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
I need 3 bulls. There's 1. That possibly could be 2. Oh my God, that could have been the greatest scene ever. Nope, only 1.
Alright, so I'm going to need an extra bulls to win, folks. I should have been smacking those 15s, and I wasn't. There's a bull.
You sure?
I'm positive. There is no question when Kim throws that dart.
She knows where it's going.
I know right where it's going.
Come on, double bull for the win. That was it, too.
No, it wasn't.
Roll the instant replay.
Yeah, roll the instant replay.
That'd be fun to see. It goes doink,
No,
doink,
you
doink.
should. You should figure out how we can do that.
I
Roll
will.
that instant replay.
Ooh, that might be 1.
It is 1. It is 1. Alright, so Brandon's still in our lives, just not living here. Brandon's still in our lives, just not living here. There were many, many shenanigans that happened. Like I said, he's not a bad man. He really does have a heart of gold. He really, really, truly does. Just can't live with him.
Yeah, we just couldn't help him any further.
We tried, and he...
Almost 2 years, and what are you gonna do?
He chooses to drink over just about everything else, so...
The question is, who would put us on easy street for 2 years? Not too many people. That's 1, maybe. Let's sneak around it. Oh, give me that one. Just a bit outside.
Alright, Kim needs a double bull to win. Oh, that was right there. There's 1.
Uh-oh. Next one for the dubs.
Oh, no! Okay, 1 more.
Oh, I can't go down like this, like a sucker.
I need 1 more. 1 more. Who bet on me? I got this. I got this.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. I have my opportunity
man.
right here.
That's not good.
Oh, no, I lost it. Okay. Uh-oh, this is a close one, babe.
Too high. Give me 1. Nope.
Okay. Here we go.
There it is.
And there it is, folks.
Good game again.
Good game.
You're the best.
Ooh, Kim Sasson strikes again.
2-0, $20.
All right. Plus whatever you all who bet on Kim. I told you, bet on me. I told you at the beginning of the video. Who's got it? What was that? 21 minutes, Mike. 20 minutes, probably. 20 minutes and I kicked booty.
Oh my gosh, guys.
All right, so Kim's up
How
2.
do I come back from this? 2-0.
So that puts me at 20 just with our ante.
Yep, $20 in, 0.
Now, the question is, do they want to see round 2?
No. They'll see round 2 the next video. Because if it's round
Or
2...
round 3, actually.
Well, yeah, but if I win one, then we gotta keep going. That's how this goes.
I know.
Right? Maybe we'll leave that for a live stream. We'll do like a 3-round match.
Okay.
So.
All
right, so I'm down 2-0. I lost my bet. Feeling defeated. eBay sucks. All right.
It's okay.
I'm going to have to go watch some videos on how to throw the dart properly. Or maybe drink some more beer and practice more. I don't know. But we do appreciate all of you guys watching us on the tube. Let's see. Last video wasn't really bright.
Mike thought we were... Ooh.
Oh, that's...
We had to watch the light, though,
Yeah.
because it shines in your eyes, and you have to be careful for that.
So, any final words for the people out there?
I would say when it comes to the next video and it's round 3,
Throw the money.
Kim Sasson's got it.
Yeah, take the money. It's going to a good cause. That's
Going to my school.
Yeah.
And his is going to
and if you go,
some
here's the thing: if
person
you
that we don't know
when we look to see if anybody's throwing money on it, and like on this video, if people are throwing money in this video,
Yeah.
and they're like, I want it on Mike, it's gonna go to your tally because we lost or I lost. You know what I mean? Or do we do it like, oh, we saw it and then it was after the fact, so we're gonna talk. Yeah, let's do it that way. We'll talk about the next game. Because that wouldn't be fair for the people, because the video is already done.
They put it on you, so...
Yeah, so I think when the money comes through, if the money comes through, I mean, if it's not, I mean, like I said, nobody's forcing anybody to play.
No.
But if somebody throws it down, that money will always go towards the next video when we see it. Because we're going to be...
It'll be like a parlay.
Yeah,
onto the next...
Yeah, it could be like 6 or 7
You're
videos.
pressing it.
It could be
You're
6 or 7 videos.
pressing it to the next video,
Yeah.
like I
Once we see it,
right?
we're not going to forget, you guys, that do it, but we might not see it. And it might be a couple videos down the road, so...
That win's no joke, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, look at that. God. And I had, look at that, 72 points.
And I came back.
And we might have a special guest, too, coming up.
We do?
There was an individual that came by earlier. I said, where you been?
Oh, that's true.
You got to take out Kim.
He hasn't actually been back to... So we had been playing kind of in our front yard by our garage, and this particular individual would come by every single day and play with us and things like that. And finally one day we would play as couples, right? Like our neighbor and him, and then Mike and I would play together. And he says, you know, Kim, I've never just played you and me. Let's play a game, you and me.
And I warned him. I said, dude, it's not... it's bad.
So I played him. And I think I had him beat in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I killed him.
Mm-hmm. And he's never been right
and
since.
he hasn't.
No, for real.
He hasn't been back since.
He hasn't even come over and played me.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But he said he'd be interested, so
he did
we
say
get
that
another
today.
character
He
involved.
came by today.
See the videos here, they need to be... No, I feel like I'm Jack Tripper. I've always felt this way. Like, if you're Jack Tripper...
Okay.
Right, from
Three's Company.
Three's Company.
Yeah.
And you're on the air for 15 years. Nobody really cares about Jack Tripper anymore, right? It's the characters. So I feel like I need to build characters on the channel. I think there's some... I really do. I think there's some thoughts to process that.
I don't know. Plus, we have to tell them about our second person next time.
We'll have to talk about that.
That one.
That's interesting.
That one is...
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a doozy.
No holding back for the people that are watching.
No, because see, Brandon might actually watch this one, but I don't know about the other people.
Although, I mean, hey, you never know. But you know what? This is our life. This is our videos. This is our YouTube, and we're not trying to hide things from you.
No.
Plus, we probably should look and say what else have we missed. I think it's important when we're playing darts. Like, there's a lot of stories.
There are a lot of stories. The problem is, like,
how about a cliffhanger? How about the woman that you didn't make her cry? She cried in the store. when you caught her stealing shit.
I thought we put that out there.
I don't know. You told me not to.
Really?
Nope, you told me not to. You said, don't do that. I have all the video of it. We never put it out there, but we could talk about it, maybe throw a clip in.
I didn't mean to make her cry.
It was an interesting story.
It was. It is an interesting story.
Yeah, so that's the cliffhanger.
I didn't mean to make her cry.
All right, we're out of here. She's the queen, Kim Assassin.
When it rains, it pours, y'all.
There it goes. Thanks for watching. Be great. Peace.